Good afternoon, morning, evening, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. Welcome to your reading for summer 2021. This is going to be your reading for the period lasting from today until September 6th, when we have the new moon in Virgo. So for July and August, for the most part, and the first week of September is what this reading is going to be about, covering your sign, of course, of Capricorn. Let's get into it. So Pluto has been constantly pushing you to get out of your old identity. Pluto has been in Capricorn for a while, but it is in the last few degrees now, and it is currently retrograde. But Pluto is here for a couple more years for you to be transformed. There's a need to evolve out of your old responsibilities, your overly materialistic or practical identity. There's a need to get connected with a spiritual, the spiritual authenticity of who you are really as a being. And that's something that's still going to be a goal for you to take on, and you can't ignore that. And if you do, then you'll turn into merely a living husk of apathy. Doesn't sound fun. But what has been an obstacle in recent date for you? Saturn is also in your second house of work, income. So there's, you feel very limited with your current occupation. Maybe you're keeping up that occupation because you have been overly, human? There's a need to be spiritual. Your job is not who you are. Four of Pentacles comes out. Card of Capricorn. Four of Pentacles. You're not letting go of your responsibilities having to do with money. Could even be family responsibilities. Maybe you're overdoing it in that area and you're not allowing yourself or not having the conflict that you need. You're being too careful in regards to your job or your family situation. There's a need to transform those spaces, to have a conversation with your boss or a beloved, whether it be your spouse or your parent. You might feel very limited and you don't have enough freedom. So let's work on bringing out that sense of youth again, and to maybe re-include the gusto of life. So what has been an effort that you've been making for a while and are continuing? Four of Swords reversed. You're pushing yourself. You don't want to take up rest. You don't want to take the rest. You don't want to rest your mind. You don't want to relax. You're continuing the same destructive behavior with the Four of Pentacles, or sorry, Four of Swords. But we did have four here, so two fours. You're very stubborn. you're not changing how you've been behaving. You're compulsively pushing through and taking, continuing the same responsibilities. You cannot relax right now because you're burdening yourself again and again and again, nonstop. So stop. Take a break, a real break, a big break, a break that perhaps brings a little bit of wisdom, even at a particular age where you're supposed to already have had that wisdom technically, but we're all on different lanes of life, so it's never too late. And we did have a very strong opposition. I think that last month was particularly frustrating for you in regards to your close relationships. It's like you lack control in your life. You need to bring back your sense of empowerment and to have a semblance that you're able to have a more balanced life where you have the freedom to enjoy life, but you're not enjoying life. So what is our focus? What are we ultimately really needing to work on? What is our focus card for August and July until Labor Day? For Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. How do you see yourself? Who are you outside of your role as an employee or a family member? Who are you, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant? You're not just part of you're not simply a cog in a big machine. And this is Mercury, so ultimately I think that this connection with your individuality is going to help you change your life on a daily level. There's a need to reflect. You need to reflect on how you've been living your life day by day, and what it makes you think of. How do you feel about your lifestyle? And do you find yourself how do I say? There is a need to find your specialness, your uniqueness. There's a need to include that in your character and to live by it. You're not just someone to someone else. Or you're not merely here to attend to whatever list of duties you have. What about your place in the universe at large? This is what the Magician wants to push you to get to. And that is going to be a big focus. And if you do figure it out, you're going to have a lot more freedom than you thought you could ever have. Because it seems like you're feeling imprisoned. And most of it is also by choice. I think you're very much accountable, but you don't really want to admit it. So with the Magician card, you need to also be accountable. to realize that you have also been the source mentally, that you have placed anxiety and restlessness on yourself because you're not willing to let go of the grip of the structures of your life a little bit. And so you're living life at the extreme of limitation, self-limitation. I don't know why, but the Empress card, I was shuffling, and the Empress card wants to come out as well. So, Capricorn, you really need to get connected with, this is a key card for you. There's a need to get connected with your physical body, to find pleasure in your own life again, which will help you activate your sense of individuality. What is it that you enjoy on a visceral level with the Empress, the Venusian stuff? Whatever pleasures you have, you express personally, whatever creative endeavors you feel enamored by, those are going to help you transform on a psychological level and bring you a better understanding as to how you want to fine-tune your lifestyle. And if you don't do any of this, you continue to tire yourself as a slave, like in the devil, like one of the human members in the devil card of Capricorn. What danger do you run into? The Star card comes out. What to make of it? Why is the Star card here? I want to know. As our danger card. Actually, I think I know why. I might not have to pull another card, but I will nevertheless. So it seems like if you continue to live your life in a very limiting way, you run into the danger of going to the extreme opposite of reckless freedom. And then you end up having nothing left, where you are not even, how do I say, you find yourself so baffled by the fact that you went to that recourse. But let's get our clarifying card for the Star card. Getting goosebumps on my left leg. It's almost like the encroaching prison that you're feeling in your daily life. The more you continue to live in that, the more erratic you're going to become. You're going to have a drastic measure that will be overblown and it'll come from a place of delusion. And the Wheel of Fortune. Jupiter and Uranus. Okay. So the danger is going the extreme ups. See, the Star card doesn't want to stay put. So there's a level of, it's like you'll really want to break out of your life by delusions of grandeur. With Jupiter and Uranus, there's like it's like playing the lottery and putting all of your money in, or playing, yeah, gambling with all of your money and then getting yourself into some really deep shit. Now, if you are paying attention to how you're living your life and you want to fix it and you want to improve your situation and you want to have the open-ended communication and make changes, but not so drastically. What is the gift? The blessing that comes from taking that time. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Finally knowing your own value as a person, where you feel valued. You're finally going to notice if you feel undervalued or underappreciated by certain family members or co-workers or your professional, if you don't feel valued, or if you don't feel like you're properly celebrated or appreciated in certain spaces, then the new moon, at the new moon in Virgo, you're finally gonna formulate what your intrinsic value looks like and whether or not you want to remain in certain spaces anymore. So by that time, you'll finally perhaps quit, or you'll make an important change in how much devotion you're providing to certain people, whether it be close relationships especially, and how it's conflicting with maybe work, vice versa. But you'll just start getting comfortable with that. It's not like you're going to be, this isn't a financial matter. This is more so what's on the inside, spiritually, how you see yourself, how you value yourself based on who you are, how you feel as though you're able to openly express yourself, to have the liberty to celebrate your individuality as a result of getting comfortable with the things that define you, the things that you enjoy that define you as a person. What are your values? I'm talking about values. Letting go of old paradigms and attachments. Maybe there's a need to change your toxic mentality around work or responsibility. But ultimately, I don't think there's also a need for you to be realistic, because the danger we pulled was the Wheel of Fortune with the star being overly what's the word that I'm looking for? We don't want you to go the desperate opposite way, where you decide that you're just going to drop all responsibilities and you're not even going to let the boss know that you're quitting. You're not giving your 2 weeks notice. You're just being completely irresponsible and doing whatever you want. We don't want that. We don't want you to put yourself in a deeper mess. What we want is you to achieve a natural sense of self-respect by knowing who you are, getting acquainted with your sense of consciousness, not to live by the subconscious. Oh, I need to go to work. I need to do this because these are my responsibilities. But what do you also strive for? Is there more to your life than just your duties? Capricorn. So let's get one insight card, one insight to conclude the reading. Israfel, Angel of Song. So with this card, I think it's time to you need to wake up from an old way of living life. You need to stop settling. With Israfel, the Angel of Song, I think that something needs to wake you the fuck up out of your placid lifestyle. You're living life in a very predictable way, and you haven't allowed yourself to be shocked, to have that spark of genius. You're needing to be woken up in a conscious way, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, to get conscious with your reality, to not just live it day by day, but to really open your eyes, to evaluate your life a little bit. Does it seem happy to you? Or is it rotting? Do you want... It's like if I could take out a trumpet like this angel and blare it at your ears so that you could be shocked, just so that maybe I could inspire you to have a wake-up call, then I'd do it. But I don't have such an instrument. But I think that's what you would need. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. That is the end of your reading. Thank you for listening in. And please realize that life is not to be lived simply within boundaries and the material world. There's more to time and space. Okay? We'll see you soon. Take it easy.